Hello everyone, welcome back to From the Chair, Film and TV. We are back again to review Devil Wears Prada 2. And this is written by Aline Bush McKenna, who wrote the screenplay for the original book. This is an original story this time. And it's also directed by David Finkel from the first movie, which I didn't say in the first review. My bad, really sorry about that. This again stars Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, and we also have Kenneth Branagh this time. Lucy Liu makes an appearance. We have um, Tracy Toms back as Lily. Trubar Fieldman back, even though I didn't tell it the first time, he owns Runway. We have new characters this time. Simone Ashley as Amari, which is Miranda's new assistant in this film. And we have Charlie, played by Caleb Heron, who's kind of the second assistant to where Miranda used to be kind of the second assistant, but he's kind of to make it more diverse. I think he's kind of more camp. And we also have Helen J. Shen playing Jin, Jin, who is Miranda, who is Ashley's assistant. I went blank then. Ashley, Andy's assistant. Sorry, yeah, I made a mistake there. Who's Andy's assistant? She's kind of young and plucky and gone for the role because Miranda gives her kind of a really crappy office. But yeah, this film starts off with Andy winning an award for outstanding journalism at the paper she works at, and at this award dinner, they all get fired because of layoffs and saving money and bits and pieces. All basic. This film is 20 years later, and it is basically about the world we live in today. So yeah, and we have and she makes this impassioned speech about journalism, and at the same time, Miranda accidentally promotes a brand they were working with that has been caught up in child labour law. So everyone, advertiser wise, is pulling out a runway, and the owner of the magazine wants to use Andy's no nonsense, honest journalism to get credibility back to Runway. So yeah, this film is a bit more deeper than last time. I mean, the first half of the movie they use callbacks because when she gets a job, Miranda doesn't know, and then she kind of forgets who she is. You know, someone who's sharp as that again wouldn't forget really someone like her. So she uses that to kind of drag Andy back down again. We catch up with Emily Blunt's character Emily, who is now working as a kind of front of house Dior executive, where she left Runway and now working for the brand Dior, and they go into a meeting to try and smooth things over with advertisers, and they can't believe they've met each other again. The first half of the movie is a bit like they go into Miranda goes into a meeting and she talks about, oh dear, that's not going very well. I think I'd rather, end it here and stuff like that. Oh, you can't say that. Oh no, I didn't mean. She's kind of throwing the political correctness right in your face because the person she used to be, you can't say that kind of stuff anymore. Even Jin says that when Andy notices that she hangs up her own coat now, that, oh yeah, people complained when she was lobbing coats at them and you can't do that now. So the first half of the movie is depressingly like, yeah, the bits in the old movie you can't do now. It's kind of, this is more, I wouldn't say woke, but showing the contrast particularly. So you spend the first half of the movie doing that, and then she again callback from the first movie. She gives Miranda gives Andy an impossible job to get an interview with Lucy Liu's character Sasha, who is nobody can get an interview with, and she somehow manages it, which impresses Miranda because she didn't think she could, but and she wants to talk about they wonder if they want to talk about the divorce to Benji, played by Justin Theroux, who is a tech billionaire who miraculously is going out with Emily Blunt, Emily, who is kind of like smitten by this man who is just buys Emily rings and clothes, and when they're together you can kind of see that he's an absolute simp. Money and brains don't go together here. He's like just can't believe his luck that he's got Emily, who somehow just puts up with him because she gets bought rings and clothes and necklaces, and he just has no idea how he looks, kind of looking like a schoolboy who can't believe his luck that he's going out with someone as beautiful as Emily. And he tries to buy her love basically, and it's awkward on screen. Let's put it that way. It's played really well by Justin Thorax, but it's awkward on screen. It's cringeworthy, I think is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so this is more of a convoluted plot this time because I don't want to give it away, but it's kind of what happens in today's world. Nobody's really buying the magazine, so it's more online. So you want clicks rather than a paper magazine. So nobody's really reading online; they're just scrolling past. It's like everything wrong with today's world, and that's what this movie is about. And aging dinosaurs being pushed to the side. That I would say again. I wouldn't say this is a comedy. Again, the one bit that was funny is when Andy goes looking at an apartment and meets Peter, who is an Australian developer of housing, where she's like slagging off his house and she didn't realise that he owned the place. That bit was funny, but I wouldn't say it was funny. Stanley Tucci's character is still there. It hasn't really moved up or down, and he's still the heartbeat between him and Andy, kind of still taking her under a wing, but they're kind of more close this time because of the 20-year gap. Not close, but they're kind of more aligned respect. So yeah, I do like this film, but I just the extra characters of Charlie isn't really needed. The juxtaposition from the first film to the second film is probably needed, but it's annoying. But it is needed. I did like the characters that I did like Sasha. Again, like I say, Benji is just an annoying person. He's just like a child with money, basically, who can almost buy whatever he wants. I don't think this is as good as the first film because it's kind of broader. It kind of only works when you have Emily Blunt's character on screen with Andy, because that's kind of when it sings, but it happens not enough because they're not in the same building and they try to manufacture scenes with them really, but it doesn't happen enough. It's broader this time. The music isn't as good either, I don't think. Nothing really stood out to me, really. But they did manage to get a certain song, which I won't mention here, but I don't think it really stood out to me, really, the music this time. Is it a worthy successor? Yes. Was it worth waiting 20 years for? Probably not. Is it going to be as consequential as the first film? Probably not, but in 20 years' time, when we see where we end up in this world, it may well do. But everyone comes back and is almost the same character they were before. Things move on and down and up and along. But yeah, I did enjoy this film. It felt like it dragged a bit in the third act. A bit, to be honest. And then they tried to wrap everything up. So that scene here and here and here and here, and it's kind of one or two scenes too long, I think, near the end. But they tried to wrap the characters up, so as if they weren't going to do a third one. So you can kind of forgive them for that. But Yeah, I did enjoy the film. Again, this is probably aimed at females, not males. I enjoyed it more than I probably should have. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if you like this film review, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.